What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a great day or night whenever you're watching this. I feel like the San Antonio Spurs, their draft was really good. Granted, they were picking at number 2, so they were always going to have a really high potential player on their team. But getting Carter Bryant in the middle of the first round was fire. Obviously, you get Dylan Harper. They have so much young talent on this team. They probably, I guess we would still count OKC as a young core, but like outside of that, probably have the best young core in the league. Like Wemby, Castle, Harper, there's Carter Bryant, Sohan's young, Vassell's not that old, Fox is in his prime. They've got a really good blend of potential on this team. Whether it gets realized or not, we'll see. But ultimately, I think the Spurs, we haven't even got to free agency. Like, they haven't even really done anything with that. They could be good just running this youth group out there and seeing what happens. Because when healthy, I think Wemby's a top 5 player. Or top 5 to 7 player is where I think he really sits. But they've got so much time that they don't need to go make a huge trade. Like, granted, if Giannis was on the board and he was actually available, maybe that's something you consider. But anybody else is really probably not worth it for them. Their guard trio that they have with Fox, Castle, and Harper, don't know how it's all going to shake out, right? Because that's a crazy amount of talent that can play the 1 and the 2. They have probably the best young backcourt in the entire league. That's how I look at it. Fox is an all-star level player, all-NBA level player on, some nights. And then, Harper's got all the potential in the world. Castle was the rookie of the year. The Spurs, I don't think they'll get 3 rookie of the years in a row, just because I don't think that Harper is going to have the ability to, get off a ton of shots, get off a ton of assists. He's not going to have the ball as much because he's on a team that has Fox, Castle, and Wemby already. So I don't think I have super extreme expectations for him. But that's a great spot. For a number 2 pick, you're going to be behind Fox. You're going to be behind Castle probably. You're going to have to earn your lion's share, right? You're going to have to earn your share of minutes and play time. But you're going to learn from somebody that had success as a rookie and is trying to develop. One that's already growing an elite. So they've got really a good thing for a backup guard, like a rookie guard, to come in and learn the game. And there's not a lot of pressure on him because they have Wemby. That's going to be the main guy getting up most of the shots and making the biggest impacts on the game. But ultimately, you can't expect the Spurs to be as bad as they were last year, just because Wemby missed 70% of the season, whatever it was. But they're going to be really fun next year. They personally, without even anything going on in free agency, I think this team at minimum's play-in. Health permitting, of course, right? That is always the caveat when you talk about these teams. But they should, in a stacked Western Conference, their team I'm 100% confident in, before free agency, that could make the play-in. Obviously, a ton could change between now and then. But I think the Spurs draft, getting Carter Bryant in the middle of the first round, that's the perfect fit. I haven't even talked about him, right? I really haven't brought him up that much. It's the perfect fit next to a guy like Wemby. 3-and-D, super consistent shooter. That's what you need. You need the spacing to be all figured out. Fox will have a lot of room. Fox has done well in his career when he gets spacing. Like Keegan Murray was really good, but has, for whatever reason, gotten worse statistically every year, or percentage-wise. But Carter Bryant's going to step into a role that's wide open for him. He's going to be there next to Vassell and Sohan and so forth. So they're going to be able to usher him in at a pace that makes sense for him. I mean, Harrison Barnes, I think, is still there. So they're going to have a nice blend of veterans that have experienced a lot of things, a really great blend and highest potential of rookies and young core, I think, in the league. And health permitting, they're going to be a massive problem. I don't know if Chris Paul comes back. I don't think he's going to come back. But ultimately, you're rolling out a young core. I'm going to count Fox in this, even though he's not necessarily under 25 or anything like that anymore. But he's about to be in his prime. So you have Fox, Harper, Castle, Sohan, Carter Bryant, Wemby, of course. Like, they've got like the core pieces of their team, Vassell, like the core 7 or 8 guys are all under like 28. They've got a massive chance at long-term success if they don't rush this. I think they could be just fine. Just let these young guys, let Fox and Wemby see what kind of star power they can put together. Let these young guys come along and see how dangerous this could become, because Castle is going to be a phenomenal defender. Harper could be good defensively. Carter Bryant's going to be good defensively. Wemby is already probably the best defensive big in the entire league. So they've got, and Fox can lock in defensively. Like, anybody that they put out there can lock in. And they were a bad defense last year, and obviously the team was just not good because they lost Wemby. But this year looks so good to be a Spurs fan, because one, I don't think there's a lot of pressure on them. I think it's like, let's go see what this team could do. You know, how good could they be this year? Are they going to develop more? There's not like high stakes like what the Thunder ran into, where they came onto the scene and then everybody's like, you better get to the championship. So I don't think that's in there. I think there's a lot of just kind of calmness in that franchise right now, with like a lot of prosperity on the way. So what do you think of the Spurs young core? I think they have the best young core in the league. I think they won a draft. Like, you get the number 2 pick, obviously it's going to put you in a great situation, but you get Carter Bryant. They don't need draft picks really much more for the next couple of years. Like, they're going to have just this young core, this nucleus is going to be perfect together. At least I think it'll be perfect together. So, yeah, I just feel like they're doing everything right. The Spurs are doing what the Spurs do. They don't rush decisions. They very rarely make rash decisions, very rarely make bad decisions. And as a result, they've built up a pretty damn special group of young players and have the potential to be a dominant force in the league for the next 10 to 15 years because of it. So, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you like this kind of content, please like the video. I appreciate you for watching. I'm done. Peace.